Hello and welcome to a very exciting video I've been looking forward to make regarding the Daily Chess Competition 2026. This is the first time I've ever competed in any type of competition. I think there was about 60,000 sign-ups, so loads of people playing. Most of the games have timed out. I think about 89% of the games have timed out, leaving several thousand active games. But still, that's huge, really exciting. Um, so as soon as I got put in a group, I had a look at my group, as I'm sure everyone does, and these are the scores everyone's daily rating as the competition started. Mine's is a lot higher now, as you can see I'm at the top. Um, I kind of looked at rapid ratings to gauge, because that's what I play. I play rapid chess. I never played daily chess. I just played a few games before this. So I looked at everyone's rapid rating just to understand, how I compare to the other players. And essentially, there was this fella, Ultra, who was a lot higher than everyone else. His rapid rating was about 1900, mine was about 1300, so 600 higher than myself. Um, and then there was a few gents, Master Vlad, Jeremiah, Mustafa, and myself, so four of us, which were around the 11 to 1350. We were all quite similar. So I saw this and I was like, right, this guy's going to smoke everyone. He's a fantastic chess player, really highly rated. It's the highest I've ever played on chess.com, highest player. He's just in a different league. Is that simple? He's going to beat us. It's going to be interesting between me and the three other guys. So we're going to give it a go. But spoiler alerts, your boy's done well. I've won every single game so far. I've just got one left with Top Dog, and I'm actually winning it. So the game I'm going to show you today is the game that I managed to actually get lucky enough to beat him in. Um, it's it's not the most exciting game in the world, to be honest, but I just want to show you it because I think it's one of the first games I've played several thousand games of chess that I might actually just remember forever because I spent so much time looking at it. Like I said, I'd never play daily chess, so I'd never taken so long to make moves, but I actually sat down for so many moves and took a lot of time, maybe like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes for a lot of moves. Um, so I've got to say I'm really proud of myself. I'm trying to stay calm and not gloat, but I just can't believe it. I'm going to say this a few times out of these videos I'm making. It's very fair to say that Ultra underestimated everyone. He just saw the scores and he wasn't thinking. I'm going to show you his profile now. He also plays a lot more bullet chess than anything else, so I guess he's not as used to daily chess. He likes to follow his gut and make snap decisions. So he might not have been tuned in a lot of times he was playing. So he's a 2K player in bullet. Um, Rapid 1800, Blitz just under 2K, daily 1700. So average 1600. So he's just awesome. I've never really played with anyone like that. So I'm going to stop yapping on and I'm going to show you the game. You can see the stats here. So apart from the kind of mistakes, misses, and blunders, we both just played a solid game, if that makes sense, you know. We had similar stats. Um, but it was just, he made a blunder right at the start, and I couldn't believe it. So let's just jump straight into it. I kind of opened up with a Ponziani, but it didn't really work out, so I just secured the center. He's just developing a bit, and so I was like, right, I'm kind of just going to follow the Ponziani anyway, because that's where I feel most comfortable. You can see I'm losing here, but because I've been in this position hundreds and hundreds of times, I still felt it was my best bet here. So he's kind of preparing to bring this bishop out. Fair enough, that's going to be a mistake in a few seconds. So I'm just strengthening this because he's trapped his bishop. Normally, if you the counterplay for Ponziani is just bringing that bishop in. So I was like, right, you'll have to put the queen, and then he can't push this pawn because then if he takes it, I get the rook. So I was like, you'll probably have to bring that out. Then he's blocking himself a little bit. I mean, technically I'm still losing here, but I'm I was a 998 rated player. Now I've jumped up a cheeky 400 points, and I think it's about to be another 100 points soon. Um, so anyway, I was sitting here. I was lying on the couch. These moves I didn't take too long. I was just triple checking everything, making sure I wasn't missing anything obvious. But I've been in this position so many times, so I felt fine. And then what happened next? Obviously, you can see all the red, and you can see it's a blunder because we're looking at the analysis. But when he did that, I immediately s saw it. Like I just saw it. I was like, what? And because this man's so much higher rated than myself, I sat up on the couch and my wife was next to me. I said to her, I was like, oh my God. And she was like, what? I was like, I think he's just made a huge mistake. So I canned myself down a bit. I got excited because at this point, you have to understand that I had very, very, very small hopes of winning. Very. If I get paired up against myself with a guy who's 100 rating points higher than me, I'm already like, oh God, and they usually kind of walk all over me. But here I was like, what? And then I start for the next 5 minutes, I just stared at it. I was like, am I overthinking this? Like, is this a ploy? Is this a plan from him? Does he want me to do that? Is it not really a mistake? But of course, you can see in the analysis, it's just a blunder. I think he's used to playing billet. He just wasn't thinking. He thought that was defending. I just don't think he's. Can we see how much time he spent on it? Let's forget how to do this part. It doesn't matter, but I'm sure he didn't spend too long at all. So anyway, I just took it. I was like, all right. He brought it out, and I was like, okay, I'm winning. He's a strong player. I just need to get rid of his weapons. So it's time. It's time to enter Trade City. Population us. So I just took that. I assumed he was going to take with his knight, but he didn't, which I was quite surprised at, and I guess the computer is too. Doesn't really matter. So I was like, right, let's just develop. Maybe think about castling. Let's defend these pawns. I want to keep this strong center. Cool beans. He castles. That's fine. What I like to do these days, I speak about in my other videos. Here I just moved that so I can develop my pieces a bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out this weapon here, which I'm really proud of actually. Um, so he just goes back. I don't know what the logic is for that. Oh yeah, he wants to bring this knight out. So here I do this absolute torpedo, and I'm really happy with this. This leads to some good stuff. It's not a position I get in often, but it's just lovely. Um, and so he makes a mistake. So of course, if we go back, that knight is just hanging. I take, he takes, I take. He loses a lot there, so he needs to get that out of the way, which he does, which is also kind of a mistake. Well, the computer doesn't say, so I guess there was ways to avoid it. But um, so the computer actually, I just checked the analysis. I did not see this at all, but I could have actually just sacked my queen. He has no choice but to take, and that would have given me an extra 2 points up after they take back. But I didn't see that at all. So I was like, right, I think all this is getting a bit crammed. That's where my logic was. I was like, I like my torpedo, let's leave it for now. He might bring that rook out, whatever. I can go back. I really want to just push pawns up. That's my favorite thing to do in chess, is just throw pawns at the side that the enemy's castled. So that's what I did. Throw up the pass pawn. Is that what it's called? Pass pawn up here. I was like, right, this I'm gonna have to probably push this bishop back because I don't think he's gonna do that. He could, but I didn't. Yep, so he goes back. So here, this is probably my proudest move of the game because out of the whole tournament so far, the whole round, all the 22 games I've played, this is the only time I actually got my physical board and I took, I think, 20, 25, maybe even 30 minutes just playing through lines. Because what I really wanted to do is throw this pawn at him. So why not do that? Well, if I did that, I'm throwing away the chances of castling. I mean, because look at my pawns, they're all quite forward already. I could kind of still castle here. I could defend here and castle if I didn't move this pawn or maybe just one square. But if I throw at that, I'm never going to castle this game. And I was like, right, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but I did the maths, man. I did the maths. What happens if we throw this pawn? The computer still wants me to take that, but I didn't see it until I did this, so give me a break, man. So I did this. Why is it a good move, in my opinion? Because the knight can't go here or here because this lovely pawn's defending it. It can't go here even though the queen's backing it up because I've also got two things attacking the square. Sound. Can't go here, blocked. Can't go here, blocked. Can't go here, it was just there because I'll just win with the torpedo. Same here with the pawn. And of course it can't take this pawn either because my queen will just scoop him up. So here, what I thought was going to happen and why I spent 25 minutes on it was I thought he was going to ignore the threat and bring out this rook. That's what I thought was going to happen. And this is where I did all the lines to the best of my ability. I might have made many mistakes or gaps in knowledge, but I still came out winning material in every way I could find. So what I did was I moved here, and then in most scenarios I ran, he would have to go here to push me away. This is a fair move, cool. And then I just win a pawn. And I mean, we're still in the same position where he can't go here to defend it. He's got to do something. Then I was like, right, I guess he could go here, but then I just go back or something, and then I kind of lost here. But I was still winning in most scenarios I could find. Let's just go. Right. So what he did anyway, it was just he sacked the rook, which the knight, which I think was a good move. I traded off. Then I really don't know why he sacked his bishop there. I was like, he's already down 5 points. Why are you sacking bishops? Um, I'm not sure why I did that. Anyway, I took it back. Still, that's a move. Still, give me a break. Then he brought out his queen, which was a good move. And this did lead to a little bit of shenanigans, but as you can see here, I mean, nothing really bad happens. There is a dip, which, full transparency, I don't understand, but we can look at it together. So I went back here. I wanted to trade queens. I don't care coming off the starting block, and I don't want a castle anyway. So I was like, maybe he'll take it. He could take this pawn, but I'm just getting myself in a better position, and I can take his rook. So he took the pawn, and then the computer thinks I made a mistake. I have no idea why. Um, yeah. Anyway, I don't think it was that bad of a play. And then here it's just smooth sailing until the end. I'll just go through it quite quickly, but you need to understand, I couldn't believe it. Every time I looked at my phone and I saw that I was winning against this guy, I just couldn't believe it. And I started saying, right, I could actually pass through this round because, for context, it's only one person that passes through it unless there's a tie. So I was like, all right, if I win all of my games, and I assume I'm going to lose the other one to this one because you'll probably really focus on it since I've kind of whooped him here. Um, then he's going to win all but one, so we can tie and go through together. I'm fine with that. So I was just double checking everything I did here. All I wanted to do was trade queens, which he was making difficult. I'm just going to go through it quickly. There's nothing too interesting here. I was attacking this pawn, which I was quite happy with, but then he did that, which was good. So I was like here, I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to double up his attack, but I was like, you know what, even if it comes to it, I'd be happy to lose this pawn if it led to trading queens. So I was like, let's just do it. So I did it, and then kept kind of attacking. And then I just took the pawn. Now he did something interesting here. Again, I took several minutes on each move. I knew not to just take. I want to trade here, but if I took, boom, then he checks me here because that rook isn't there. I have to go there, then he wins a rook. And maybe there's even more bad stuff. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to fall for that. Not today, son. So I just went for a check here. I mean, he could have put us in the same position if he blocked with his rook, then I'd be in the same. I'd probably just have to retreat in that case. But he ran away, which wasn't the best thing to do. Yeah, the computer's saying go for it. Then again, I'm just trying to offer a trade with the queens. Very similar position what we were in before. And now here, I think that's a mistake from him, even though the computer says it's good, because now look at this diagonal. Now I'm like, I want to trade those queens. So he blocks with the pawn, which was good. I took, he takes. I went back to attack his queen. I don't know if that was the best play for me, but I didn't see any dangers by it, and that's kind of all I was going for. Safe moves, trade moves. That's what all I wanted. And then so he checks me. My queen has, and I can't block with the queen because then he'll just beat me. I had three options. I couldn't go here or here because then he'd pin me with the rook and take my queen. So I had to go back here, which was a great move. And then it's just game over here. He checked me again, offer a trade. He went over there, which was bad. I mean, I'm at 100% now. And now it's time to get some checking action going on. He goes up. I check him. He goes down. I check him. Let's get the knight involved. Why not? And now, look, there's quite a few moves until I win. There was definitely quicker ways to win this game, but I was like, I just want to get rid of this. He's such a better player than me. Let's take away his main weapon. I'm up a rook and a knight. I mean, come on. So I forced a queen trade. Then I was like, right, let's just take our time. Here I realized that he couldn't stop this promotion um, because he can't go here because my queen's defending it. So I just let him have the knight. He didn't even take it. Um, I just went for a queen and then, yeah, I take his rook here. Again, please don't judge me here. There's definitely quicker ways to mate him, but I just wanted to be thorough and not make any mistakes. And then he resigns here. So that's it. I really can't believe it. It was so much fun. This tournament has honestly been loads of fun. I'm going to start looking for more tournaments like this. My first time playing daily chess. I've recently just joined the 40 games of 3-day daily chess because I've really been enjoying it and I want to get better. I really feel like it's improved my game in general. Like I've never taken that much time and I've really been able to see things I've not seen before. So it's just awesome, a lot of fun, um, and that's about it really. So what's going on is I've beat everyone else. There was a few games that were really difficult. I'm going to share some analysis on this. And on my last game, I'm about to win. It could end in a draw, but I think I've found a way, and I'm going to make an analysis about this because this has been an awesome game. I really can't wait to show you guys this, but I think I'm going to win. It could end in a draw. I'm taking my time with it. He's also taking his time with it. He's won every other game. If we draw this, he goes through. If I win, he doesn't go through. So I'll feel bad, but I also just want to mention I went to like message him to say good game, and it looks like he's blocked me. I assume because he thinks I've cheated. Um, which I was really sad to see because I've been trying to say good game to everyone I've played against who's been active. Um, and maybe he thinks I've cheated because I beat him, but at the end of the day, he blundered on his seventh move in that past game. Um, so he's only really got himself to blame there, but this one's definitely been a lot closer. And then a couple of the other games, oh, I'm so excited to show you guys. I was actually losing and I managed to bring it back. I've got to say, I'm really proud of myself of how I've played. I can't believe I'm going on to the next round. The crazy thing is, the second round, it could be in 7 months from now. Um, and if I keep playing chess every day, this could be 100 points higher than it is today. Could be 1600. I'm going to be a different chess player by the time the second round rolls out in the same chess tourney. Like it's brilliant. So that's about it. If anyone's watched this long, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been entertaining. Maybe you guys played the chess competition too, this tournament. Let me know how yous have done in the comments. Maybe share a game. I'll be happy to go check it out. Oh, there's all the times, by the way. So I'll show you. I'll show you in the next one. This video's already been too long. That's about it. Have a lovely day. Thank you and goodbye.